For almost 20 years, NASCAR fans have come to know Darrell Waltrip as one of the most recognizable figures in the broadcast booth.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Each week, he brought his folksy, colorful personality to the sport that made him a star decades ago. He's still ranked 4th all-time in Cup Series wins, tied with Bobby Allison at 84, and has 3 series championships. His on-track career capped off with a Hall of Fame induction in 2012.
This is the greatest thing that has ever happened for me.
One of NASCAR's 50 greatest drivers, ODW has worn more hats and helmets in his illustrious career. I'm not sure there's anything left for him to achieve, but I'm going to find out today as I catch up with my old friend, Darrell Waltrip.
I'm Kyle Petty, race car driver, musician, speed enthusiast. I know where I found my passions in life, but I'm always curious about where others found theirs. And I've figured out over the years, the best way to get to know someone better is over a little food. So I'm hitting the road to catch up with some friends to hear their life stories, and you're invited. So pull up a seat and join us for this edition of Dinner Drive.
Are you kidding me?
DW, there you are. I've been walking around the parking lot looking for you, man.
Here?
I come to see you, man. You know that. How you been, dude? How you been? Great to see you. Great to see you.
Hey, want to buy a car? I mean, we're in the car business now, you know.
I know you're in the car. Listen, there was a time I would have drove for you, but I don't know if I wanted to buy a car from you. I don't know about that. How's things been going, man?
It's been going good. Come on, I want to show you something.
What are you going to show me?
I'm going to show you the car you need. Look what I got.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
Yeah.
That
what
is
do you think?
nice. That looks like me. That looks like you and I together we'd look like clowns getting out of that thing, wouldn't we?
Anyway, yeah, I wanted to show you. But hey, I have a car I know you'll recognize.
Now, did you drive it?
I drove it.
Then I'll only recognize it from behind, so we need to go behind it first.
Let me show you. Let me show you this baby.
So now I see why you brought me. Come on around here, let's see the front. So of all the cars you drove, why this little hot rod sitting here? What is this all about?
You just think back to Richmond in '86. You know, Earnhardt and I are racing each other and coming to the white flag.
Yes.
So I go down and I get in the grass, you know, going into one. I go and I bump him up the hill a little bit and I push him out of the way. And going down the back straight, and Earnhardt clipped me and turned me in the fence. We both wrecked. Oh! But here's what's amazing about this car. I said, I'm not going to speak to Earnhardt ever again. Fast forward to 1998. Tuesday morning, I'm in a Bible study at the house. Phone rings. It's Dale. Stevie gets a phone. She comes down. She says, Dale Earnhardt's on the phone. He wants to talk to you. I said, what the hell does he want? Anyway, I go out and I get on the phone. He says, I want you to drive my car. I said, you got to be kidding. Why would I drive your car? But we talk about it a little bit, you know, and first thing you know, I said, okay, I'll do it. We mended a lot of fences. Yeah. I mean, there are things in our past that we needed to air out, and we did. And this car really gave me a chance to prove that I could still drive.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't think that we ever had many issues, but
couple.
Let's go to dinner.
You want to talk about
Let's go to dinner, and we'll start a little issue over the bill. Okay? Let's go.
Right.
We'll see who's going to pay.
All right. I like that idea.
All right.
Probably would not have been good for me to win that first race. As cocky and arrogant as I was before, if I'd have won that race, they'd have thrown me out much sooner than they did. But anyway, that was my first Cup race, was at Talladega.
How did you end up in Franklin when you moved out here?
I've been here for 50 years.
You've been in Franklin for 50 years?
50 years, yeah.
Man, I bet this place has changed in 50 years.
Oh, listen, this used to be in the country.
Yeah.
It doesn't even seem like it. When I built that store right there, that Honda store, people said, are you out of your mind? You're on the wrong side of the interstate. And now the interstate has grown over on this side as well. So I love Franklin. It's a great town. It's grown immensely. And continues to grow just like all the Nashville area has. And it's a Civil War town. Yeah. A lot of Civil War history here.
So we're going to Jay Alexander's for lunch.
Yep.
So what kind of place is that? Am I going to have fun? Am I going to enjoy it?
It's a restaurant that anybody can go to. You don't have to get dressed up. It's not fancy.
Well, it's for sure anybody can go to it because you're taking me to it.
That's right. You and I are going there. You'll enjoy dinner there.
Yeah.
It's a fun place to go. You'll have a good time.
I am definitely looking forward to it. I can tell you that right now. I guess they know you here because
Well,
the food's already on the table. They know what you want.
Of course, they do know what I love. I love the bean soup. Got to try that. With the cornbread.
With the cornbread, for sure, dude.
And the salad, and who knows where we'll go from here.
Listen, I don't know. I guess I'm eating the Darrell Waltrip diet today. Is that what it is?
It's not on the menu, but yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to have to try it, man. How is the soup?
No, it is. It's great. Try it. You like that cornbread?
I do like the cornbread. Cornbread is good. These beans are good. So what I want to know is you grew up in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Yeah, right on the Ohio River. Yeah.
So what was your childhood like growing up there?
Oh, crap. God, I'm 75 years old. My childhood, let me think about that.
Come on, man.
It's
you remember it.
Yeah, well, I just
the
remember.
highlights. Just the highlights.
Well, my nickname was Wild Child.
Okay, all right.
The first race car I had, number 6,
Yep.
because it was 6-cylinder, so he's 6.
Yeah.
We painted it we took about 5 different colors of paint, mixed it all together, and it was like a ugly color of brown. Had number 6 on it, had Wild Child back on the quarter panel or back on the back fender, and that was my first race car. But before that, I had go-karts.
Yep.
I mowed lawns.
Yeah.
I never was afraid of work. My dad taught me. My dad had a 4th grade education, and he turned out to be the general manager of the Pepsi-Cola plant in Owensboro, so he did very well. My mom worked at IGA.
And a great man.
Oh, listen, I love my dad.
Yeah.
I mowed lawns to make extra money. We bought a go-kart, my dad and I did together, and he bought I said, Dad.
How old were you then?
12.
12.
So I said, Dad, here's the deal. I said, if you'll buy me a lawnmower and we'll buy a go-kart, I'll mow yards and I'll help pay for the go-kart.
Yeah.
And Dad said, that's possible. We might be able to do that because there's 5 of us kids, living in a 3-bedroom home. So it wasn't on, but we didn't have a lot of extra money. But anyway, we bought the go-kart. I think my dad died. He still had that lawnmower. I don't think I ever cranked it. Because as soon as we got that go-kart, that took all of our, that was it. We did everything. We were ate up with go-karts.
Yeah. So you go from go-karts. What was that first real race car?
Yeah,
and
well,
how big a step was that?
We paid $300 for that car, and it was a 36 Chevy. And it wasn't finished. We had to finish the car. But we had a little garage behind our house, so that's where we worked on the car. So we're going down to the racetrack, and we get down there. It's the first time I've ever been in this car. I'm a nervous wreck.
How old are you now?
16.
16.
I'm 16. We go to the racetrack. It's Ellis Speedway, and it's dirt. I'd never been on dirt before in my life. I didn't know anything about dirt, but I was an asphalt guy.
Yeah.
Never made a lap.
No way.
Crashed it on I never made all the way around the track.
Yeah, on the outlap.
Yeah. So my dad was livid. I had a straight axle and it bent a wheel back, and we can't race, so we got to take it home.
Yeah.
And so my dad was livid. He said, "Boy, you are terrible." I said, "I know I am, but I'll get better. I know I'll get better." And I eventually did. I won a lot of races on dirt there, and that was Ellis Speedway. But what saved me was there was a little racetrack up in Whitesville.
Yeah.
That was an asphalt track.
Yeah.
And so we took the very same car to that track.
Yeah.
And I was the man.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what to do. They'd all been running dirt.
Yeah.
They didn't know about asphalt. They were trying to, turn right to go left. That didn't work.
Yeah.
I'm smooth.
Yeah. So how did you get to Nashville, to the Fairgrounds Speedway?
Yeah, well, there was a guy named Paul Frills, and he loved racing in Owensboro. And Paul wanted to have a race car. So he built a 58 Ford, and they put this 427 motor in, and they want me to drive it. I said, all right, I'll do it. So I was a weapon. But anyway, so they wanted to come to Nashville. I'd never been to Nashville before, but I said, all right, I'll go. I'm in a qualifying race, and this guy named Crash Bond, that was his name, and I'm taking a damn thing down the corner, get up on there, and bam, I ran into him and wrecked us both. He had no teeth. He was madder than hell, and he chewed me out from one. I thought he was gonna whip my butt.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
He said, boy, you need to learn. You got to learn. And you don't need to be learning around me. Learn around somebody else. But anyway, so that was kind of one of my first trips to Nashville.
So in 72, 1972,
Yeah.
we go to Talladega
Yeah.
for our first Cup run.
Yeah.
What was the plan behind that?
Yeah. I think a lot of it was the people I knew. Jake Elder, I met Jake at Daytona. I think it was just a progression of not only did I want to keep moving forward, but people that worked for me and with me wanted to see me keep moving forward. I could have won that race. If I hadn't blown up, I'd have won that race. But that's a race James Hilton won.
Yep.
And he and I were having a heck of a battle. And I blew up, and he went on and won the race. But as cocky and arrogant as I was before, if I'd have won that race, they'd have thrown me out much sooner than they did. But anyway, that was my first Cup race, was at Talladega.
But you run 5 races that year.
Yeah.
And good finishes.
Oh, yeah.
In every race you run.
I finished third here in Nashville. I think Bobby and Richard first and second. I finished 6th at Charlotte. Every race I went to.
Yeah.
But you know why? And it's why I thought I was a race car driver. It wasn't me, it was Jake.
Yeah.
He just knew how to, I mean, I didn't know much, I didn't know a lot about cars. I knew a little about, Bobby had taught me, Allison had taught me a little bit. But Jake, the car drove good.
Yeah.
They always drove good. And they weren't loose, and I wasn't about to hit the wall or anything. They just, it allowed me to focus on being a driver.
And gain confidence in
And gain a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
And what was really cool was I was beating the big names.
Oh, yeah.
I was beating guys that I shouldn't be beating, but I was. Mm-hmm. So 72 was a great year.
Yeah. So at 28, which is a very short period of time, you're at DieHard.
Yeah.
How did you get the DieHard?
Well, they had what I didn't have. They had money.
Yeah.
I had no money. Everything I did, I borrowed.
Yeah.
I'd write a check and hope to God I could make it good on Monday. And so I just,
the racing way. That's the way racers did.
But I went to DieHard, and Donnie had been driving the car, and Bill Gardner and I became associates. I don't think we were ever really great friends, but we tolerated each other because he had a facility in Daytona. It was on Finchers Boulevard, right across from a racetrack. And I was impressed. They had an airplane, they had cars, and they had people, and they had money.
Yeah.
But the Gardners were different. They were businessmen.
Yeah.
They were not racers.
Yeah.
And I could never relate. We never got along.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget. So it's 1980. Cale Yarborough comes to me, and Cale and I become buddies.
Stop. We're going to get some food, okay? Because I need to eat a little bit more here. And then we're going to start with that story, because that's a story I want to know there.
Oh, yeah.
That's one I got to go to. So let's finish up these beans, and then we'll get it to the main course.
I love it.
That's good. Oh, here it is.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Buddy.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. You got the burger.
Yeah.
I get the Nashville hot chicken.
It's the best hamburger in town.
Yeah.
For sure.
Man.
Pretty good, huh? Mm-hmm. And by the way, you're not.
That is good.
You're in Franklin, Tennessee.
I know, I'm in
Nashville.
Franklin.
Yeah.
That's Franklin hot chicken. This is not Nashville hot chicken. This is Franklin hot chicken. Now I want to get back, now that we've got our food,
Yeah.
I want to get back to the Cale story.
Oh, yeah.
You and Cale didn't always see eye to eye.
Never.
But when he got ready to cut back on his schedule,
Yeah.
then he gave you a heads up.
Oh, yeah, he did.
This Junior Johnson ride's going to be available,
Oh, yeah.
and I think you would fit in good
Yeah.
with Junior.
Well-
so tell me about that
Yeah.
part.
So in 80, he came to me. It was maybe in May at Charlotte, and he put his arm around me and said, DW, I'm going to tell you something. I'm leaving juniors. I said, holy crap.
Yeah.
He just won 3 championships.
That was a huge move.
It was huge.
move.
I
Huge
said,
move.
you're going to leave junior? I said, what's wrong? He said, I don't want to run all the races.
Yeah.
And junior wants to run all the races, and I don't want to. I said, wow. He said, but I'm going to tell you something. Junior Johnson would like to have you as his driver, and you need to work on that. I'm just giving you a heads up. He said, I ain't told nobody else,
Yeah.
but I'm giving you a heads up.
So you and Junior
Yeah.
just seemed to click, 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 click. Tell me about that relationship.
Junior became like a dad to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he and Floss, they were like a mom and dad to Stevie and I. And well, Junior was looking for somebody to leave his legacy to. And I was that guy. And we were tight. And then Warner Hodgson came along, and Neil came along, and Junior got kind of sidetracked, and our relationship deteriorated. And I'll never forget, I went into his office one day. Rick Hendrick had called me.
Yeah.
And I went in his office one day, and I said, Junior, he didn't like Rick Hendrick at all. It was an enemy. That was the enemy. So I went in and I said, Junior, Rick Hendrick called me yesterday. I shouldn't have never said that, and offered me a pretty nice deal to come drive his car next year. He never, ever even looks up. He says, boy, you need to go take that deal.
No way.
Just like that.
No. After all you guys had been through.
Yeah. I mean.
No way.
And I thought, am I hearing this right?
Yeah.
Is he telling me that?
Wow.
So now I'm panicking because we don't have cell phones in, you know.
Yeah.
I got to get to a damn phone. I got to call Rick Hendrick. So I called Rick and I said, I'll take your deal.
And that deal was billed a little bit as the dream team.
Oh, yeah, that's what they called it.
The dream team. That didn't exactly go that way.
No. It's funny how Waddell and Barbara and Stevie and I were great friends, until we had to work together.
Yeah.
And we couldn't work together.
Yeah. That was the most fascinating part about that whole deal.
It was unbelievable. And of course, in '87, the first year I drove that car, I won one race.
Yeah.
After that, I said, we got to do something. It's not working. I got my own cars, I got my own team, I got my own motor program, and then I wrecked with Dale in the All-Star race. And that was the beginning of the end. And so I ran out of money.
Yeah.
I was spending money I shouldn't have. I ran out of people. I didn't run out of talent, but I questioned. Every time I'd get in my race car, I'd question, is it me? Am I too old? I wanted to end on a high note, and I could never get there.
So to me, you showed drivers how to present themselves and the way you handled the media, the perception of what a driver was. Did you realize at the time, and was that intentional, or was that just part of that boy from Owensboro, Kentucky, who passed through Nashville on his way to superstardom?
As part of that obnoxious son of a bee that couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I loved, and it happened quite often in the 80s, I became the spokesperson for the sport. I was one of those kind of guys. I'll never forget. I'm having dinner with Shab Glick from L.A. in the L.A. Times. We're sitting and we're having dinner. I never shut up. I mean, I'm telling my life story. And Shab's a quiet guy, he didn't have a lot to say, you know. And when we got all done, he said, you know your problem? I said, problem? I have a problem? He said, you talk too much. I said, I do? He said, yeah. He said, you need to quit talking so much. And God gave you 2 ears. You ought to use them a little bit more often. And so I should have listened, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And that was, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
Most of the time I was having fun.
Yeah.
Making fun of your dad or making fun of Cale or Bobby or whomever, because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
What kind of a driver is Bobby Allison? Well, he's the second best driver DieHard ever had.
Other people didn't think it was so funny. They thought it was kind of obnoxious.
And now we're to chapter 2. You were made for TV.
The good stuff.
You were made for TV.
I was.
It's like the day you were born in Owensboro, Kentucky. Somebody said, that boy's going to be on TV someday and he's going to be a star.
Yeah.
How was the transition? How was that? Tell me about that.
Well, it was God sent. I felt like I was back in the game.
Yeah.
I felt like I'd kind of, from 95, 96 on, I kind of fell off the mount. But now I'm back in the game. And not only am I back in the game, I'm on TV.
Yeah.
And that made a huge difference. And so my confidence was back. I loved it.
Yeah.
Driving was fun.
Yeah.
Right, doing those telecasts on Sunday was by far and away the best thing I ever did.
So, at where you are in life right now, what brings Darrell Waltrip joy? What brings you happiness now?
Yeah, well, of course, I've been married 52 years.
Yeah.
I have 3 grandchildren, and that I adore.
Yeah.
Both my girls are married to great son-in-laws. And those are the things I really relish these days. My time with my family. I'm pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
I just turned 75. I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you look good, dude. You look good. Thank you for coming and having lunch.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for the conversation. This has brought me joy.
Oh,
this has brought me joy. So thank you very much. Now, it will bring me more joy if you pick up the check.
What?
Yes, I'm in your town, dude.
Now look.
Thank you very much.
Eat that chicken. I lost my license. I didn't have a driver's license, but that's a whole nother story.
There's never a dull moment with DW. Heck, we'd still be talking if they hadn't turned the lights out on us. Really loved catching up with my friend and hearing stories I'd never heard before.
And I'm hanging on the steering wheel like this.
What a great time. Just two old racers talking about the good old days.
Do you remember when we used to have to get in these things and you couldn't take the steering wheel off?
Oh, yeah, I fired him, and he took my steering wheel off one time. I said, "Are you out of your mind? I'll never get it back where it was."
That was about 60 pounds ago and probably the lunch we just had ago.
60, 40.
Listen, thank you for today, man. I appreciate it.
It's been fun.
God bless you.
Love you.
Love you too, dude. Thank you.